All right, we are back then with Let's Get a Win, letsgetawin.com. It is the official college football betting preview for October 19th. I'm joined with our special guest every week, Hoda Bay Wins. How you doing, Hoda?
Good, Dan. How you doing?
Good, good. Glad to have you on. We need a big rebound week from you, myself included. Go over the records from last week here. Let's Get a Win official plays went 2-2, or excuse me, 1-1. It was 2-2 on the weekend. College football only today. We went 1-1. Had Miami of Ohio minus 2.5 points, easy cover. Also had Penn State minus 5.5. USC, it seemed like the whole world was on USC. Ended up closing at 3.5, and USC still covered. Penn State winning by a field goal in overtime. Penn State let me down there, man. Saw a lot of sharps on Penn State, but like I said, the majority of the world was on USC. So the official Let's Get a Win plays 1-1, down 0.05 units. Hoda Bay had a rough one, man. He went 1-3. Got out to that good start with Kent State at plus 6.5. Ohio let him down. We're up big. Let him Central Michigan come back and backdoor him there. Southern Miss plus 6.5 was a loser. And then a play I liked too, wasn't official, but I liked Kentucky to get a rebound on a Vanderbilt letdown. But man, Diego Pavia led them and they win outright. Hoda year to date, 8-9, down 2.3 units. Had him 4 weeks in a row, but he's got 5 plays today and he looks to rebound big. How'd you feel about last week, Hoda?
Yeah, like you said, Dan, I was a little disappointed. Got off to that good start, and Kent State actually that was a backdoor cover for that. And yeah, Southern Miss just terrible, and Vandy, like you said, I was looking for a little bit of a letdown. Not a little bit, a big letdown coming off the Bama victory, but they went to Lexington, got the win. Impressive.
Vandy, Diego Pavia, good young coach, good program, but in a preview, we might be betting against them again. Let's go over to our first play of the day. Hoda Bay is going to lead us off. We got Nebraska at Indiana, 12 p.m. kick. Who you like here, Hoda?
I like the Hoosiers. It's a Big 12, or excuse me, yeah, Big 12, and it's a big noon kickoff there in Bloomington.
Big 10,
Line
Big
opened
10.
at Big 10. What am I saying? Big 12. All these conference changes. That's my bad. But Indiana opened as a 4-point favorite, quickly jumped up to 6.5. That's what it's at right now. Nebraska's coming off a bye. My own personal, I don't like teams coming off a bye. Or I like to bet against teams coming off a bye. A little rusty. They got the true freshman quarterback coming into Bloomington. Indiana is tough. They've just been playing lights out all year. Both teams are undefeated, but give me the home team in this one. Nebraska also might be looking ahead, even though they shouldn't be, to Ohio State next week. So for those reasons, give me the Hoosiers minus 6.5.
Hoosiers, Indiana, minus 6.5. Hoda Bay is the first play of the weekend. Got a little bit of advice from a good buddy of mine who watches all the shows, and he told us to combine forces. So my first play of the weekend is as well Indiana minus 6.5. A couple of those same reasons Hoda said. Line instantly jumped up from 4 to 6.5. Early kick. I think Indiana's ready. I'm a little bit more worried about that look ahead to Ohio State. Everybody, when Nebraska beat Colorado, it was like, or who they got left? Who they got left? Ohio State, Ohio State. Don't sleep on Indiana, led by Curtis Rorick. 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Well coached football team. Give me Indiana minus 6.5. We're joining forces here, so everybody get on that play. Indiana minus 6.5. Second one on the board here. Well, first of all, let's go over this tennis thing. I've been doing this tennis hypothesis, we'll call it. I bet Francis Tiafo plus 550 to win ATP Almaty. Also, going to do a rollover on Francis Tiafo every game of the tournament. He's only got to win 4 games to win the crown at Almaty. He got by in a squeaker today, Daniel Evans. We had $50 or a half unit on that. Paid 16.67. So we're going to roll it all over. 66.67 on Francis Tiafo tomorrow morning, minus 250 round 2 against Alec Vukic, the Australian. France is a big favorite here again. Big upset in that tournament. Mahawk had to withdraw, so he got upset. So maybe Karen Kachanova next round, but wanted to see which one pays more. The future pays a total of 325. I'm leaning towards the rollover paying more. What do you think, Hoda? What's going to pay more, the future or the rollover?
Oh, I mean, I think the future, I mean, without digging in too deep on my end, what you said plus 550?
It was plus, yeah, plus 550, yes, sir.
Yeah, so even though it is a tournament that is not top loaded, but players there. I'm interested to see how this plays out, Dan, to be honest with you.
Stay tuned. I'll be doing them every night, but enough with the tennis talk. Let's dive back into the college football preview. Next bet on the board, Hoda Bay's got us Western Michigan at Buffalo. It's a 3:30 kick. Who you like there, Hoda?
I like Western Michigan on the road to get the W. Uh, let's see, Buffalo at home. They're 4-2. Western Michigan 3-2, I believe. This line opened at Buffalo -2 and quickly jumped to Western Michigan -1, and it stayed there. So I have Western Michigan -1 with the line movement. And they've also won 2 in a row, Western Michigan. So I feel like they're on a roll here. So uh, I'll take Western Michigan -1 on the road to get the W.
Western Michigan -1 at Buffalo, 3:30 kick. Next on the board, Hoda's back at it again. He's got New Mexico at Utah State. It's a 4 p.m. kick. Who you like here?
I like New Mexico on the road again. New Mexico, their last 2, they've put 50 plus points on the board. Their last 2, they're both these teams aren't really good, but I will take New Mexico, like I said, with the way they've been playing offense, and Bronco Mendenhall brings some credibility to that program. So give me New Mexico minus what did we say?
Got you at two.
Yeah, -2 on the road at Utah State, who's just been a mess this year. Coach resigned, or no, actually he was fired right before the season started, and I think their only win is against an FCS team, if I'm not mistaken. So give me New Mexico on a roll with the offense, -2.
Go -2 for Hoda Bay wins. Next on the board is a Let's Get a Win official play. We're going to go back to the well and go back to Miami of Ohio, this time at -3.5. They're at home against Ohio, so a big rivalry here. Couple reasons why they won at Ohio last year. I know Miami of Ohio had a great season last year, but they were really hyped coming into the year. A lot of projectors, Phil Steele included, liked Miami of Ohio. They got off to a rough start, had a rough schedule, have played some good teams. Like I said, they beat them last year. It's a battle of 2 good quarterbacks, Navarro versus Gabbert. But give me the home team, Miami of Ohio, to cover 3.5 points. Next up on the board here, we're going to shift over to Ball State at Vanderbilt. Give you a slight little hint on this one. Hoda Bay kicks off at 7 p.m. Who you like here?
It's going to sound crazy, but I like Ball State here. Vanderbilt coming off 2 big wins, obviously at home against Bama, and then on the road traveling to Lexington, gets the win in Kentucky, follows up that Bama win with another one on the road in the SEC. It's easy to do. They're trying to crack the top 25. Vanderbilt is. Now they got a MAC team coming in, and next week they're hosting Texas, the number 1 team in the country. So trap game. Look ahead to Texas. I feel like maybe now is the opportunity for a letdown after 2 big wins. So give me the 26.5. I'll take Ball State on the road at Vanderbilt.
State plus 26.5. Hoda's got balls taking that. Betting against Vandy back-to-back weeks. But look, big Texas Longhorn matchup looming at home. So I like you there too. But let's dive into the next official. Let's get a win play on the board. It is going to be Kansas -5. They're at home against Houston. Both teams coming off a bye. Kansas dreaded 0-6 against the spread this year. Let's get them get right. Leopold is a good coach. They got good players. I know it's a disappointing year, but Daniel's got to fight for draft stock. They got some other Neal and some other players, some weapons. Houston's a defensive team. I know they've been battling back and forth on who they're going to start at quarterback. The wily veteran, drawing a blank on his name, or Chris, this young guy who looked good against TCU. Huge buy. They played 2 Thursdays ago. Now they got to travel to Kansas. It's a 3:30 kick. Give me Kansas -5. Next up on the board, it is the closeout one here. We're going to go. Hoda Bay's got to play here. It's TCU at Utah. It's a 10:30 kick. Who you like here, Hoda?
I like the road team again, Dan. Give me the Horned Frogs getting 3.5. This line opened at 7, I believe. Utah in favor of Utah -7. Quickly jumped down to 3.5. Um, to me, this stinks. It's a fishy line. Utah at home at night. It just makes no sense. TCU has been playing bad. I feel like they're a better road team than they are home team. And like I said, whether Cam Rising starts or not, uh, give me the points in the Horned Frogs, TCU on the road to cover at least against Utah.
TCU, the final. Hoda Bay wins play. He's got 5 on the board, man. He's looking to rebound from that. He's at 8 and 9, down 2.3 units, but he's looking to rebound here. So he's got TCU +3.5. That kind of wraps up the college football talk. Anything else you like, maybe in the NFL or any tennis, WTA, ATP you want to throw out there?
Nothing in tennis right now, Dan. NFL. I mean, we're in that elimination pool together, so I'm interested to see some of these games. Buffalo, the Commanders. My Bears are got a week off, so I can relax a little bit there. Uh, if I were to throw out anything on the NFL, maybe take a look at the Seattle Atlanta total. I do like the over in that one. But other than that, nothing jumping out to me. And
You
that's
got to
at
have a
51 is the total for that Seattle Atlanta. I like no defense there, all offense. So give me the over.
Geno Smith in the over 51. Not an official Hoda Bay play, but he's leaning that way. I will have a NFL video coming out this week. I got a couple plays. I really like one of them. I am still alive in the survivor pool. Only 6 of us left. Haven't made my decision yet. I think I'm down to either the Jags or the Bills, and we will go from there. But man, everybody get those bets in. Good luck on all your tickets. Thanks for joining us. And as always, let's win you money betting sports.